first steps that was taken in vehicle electrification to take out weight was to use the higher voltage. By using higher voltage to power things like the e-motor and the air conditioning compressor, it requires a lot less current then. If it required more current, then you would have to have much heavier gauge wire. So by having a higher voltage, you are already taking some weight out. But in terms of the next step in the evolution, I know that there's quite a bit of thought that's being put into things like aluminum cables, which are quite a bit lower weight than the copper cables. They're larger, so it's actually a little bit of a trade-off. To carry the same amount of current, since they don't have the same conductivity as copper, you have to use a slightly larger cable, but there's still a weight advantage versus copper. So that's one area that I know the industry is looking into.
That's fascinating. We haven't gotten into GM yet. We were hoping to on this trip, and maybe in a couple of weeks when we swing back through, we might be able to do that. But trying to get a sense for what those guys are thinking, and you obviously don't know everything that's in their heads, but what those guys are thinking in terms of electrical design, electronic design, in now that they've had successes, with the Volt and other EVs.
I guess the way I always see technology development is that there's multiple stages that go on. The first one is make it work, then make it work well, and then make it cheap. And I think that they've gone through the make it work and make it work well, and their next step is to make it cost effective. And that can come in any sort of fashion, whether it's a matter of using different, more cost effective materials, again, consolidation, maybe taking different areas and consolidating functions into a single component. In some cases it may take, in terms of wiring, moving and connecting things directly as opposed to having different cabling going everywhere. I think that's probably where they're going to go next.